despite the fact that Loki and I didn't really vibe and I wasn't like the right person for him, I will say that he did listen and that he was there. And I have a story to tell that I was reminded of because someone had made a post about Narvi and Volley and people being disrespectful towards Narvi and Volley. So I was at Phoenix Fanfusion a few years ago. It was like 2018. And I went to this panel that was called The Sexy Side of Norse Mythology. Of course, I had to go to this because back then I was obsessed with Loki. So me and my friend, we went to this panel. And at first it was really great. And it was a fun panel all around. I will say that the people were really fun. But then they got to talking about Loki and his children. And then they said, oh, we won't talk about the children he has with his wife because they're boring. And despite the fact that I had so much fun at this panel, that weighed on me. Now I get it, okay? Maybe they were just approaching the subject from a scholarly perspective. Maybe they don't actually worship these gods. Maybe they really don't understand. Maybe they just don't care. Maybe they're not also true. But that sentiment just seems to be everywhere except in the Loki. So that evening, as I'm going home, I'm just like ranting at Loki, telling him, I'm like, I'm really tired of everybody being disrespectful towards Sagan and her kids. And just how much it hurts to hear it all the freaking time. And I didn't expect anything out of it. I didn't ask for anything. I just wanted to talk about it. Because I'm just tired of hearing it. Tired of people insulting Loki's kids. Had to talk about it. The next day, they were going to have another panel, which I had planned on going to because it sounded like fun. Because again, I still had a good time at their panel. I tried to understand that they probably don't worship these gods. Just let it go, let it go. So I decided to go to that panel, or I was gonna go to that panel. But then like a half an hour to an hour before the panel, the fire alarm goes off. And then everybody had to be evacuated out of the buildings for the rest of the evening. Almost everything got canceled, including that panel, including the masquerade, the whole 9 yards. Now, I don't know if it was a separate thing. Maybe it was coincidence. But I was just like, oh, he mad. Or maybe he was just pissed off about that and wanted to ruin their night. Or maybe he wanted to ruin all of our nights. I don't know. To be honest though, I didn't feel my night was completely ruined anyway. Ended up getting into a really big singing session with a bunch of other people there, and that was a blast. I almost didn't want to leave. But then I was like, okay, I gotta go home now. So I got to participate in like Phoenix Fanfusion camaraderie, so I'm not complaining too much. So